What is going on, everybody? This is Rawstarr of the Burbank Misfits, and of course, I'm joined with the excellent co-host, CW.
Yeah, that's me. I turned this last fan on.
And we are joined with, someone who someone who I asked before we started to put his phone on vibrate. His phone goes off.
Hey, you didn't tell me to do that.
I did.
You didn't.
I did.
I wasn't listening.
Yeah.
You distracted me with candy, my bad.
But no, someone who I've known for a while now, and honestly, someone who's in this industry, like probably the person I respect the most out of everybody in the entire industry.
Are you serious? I appreciate that, man.
That's nice.
It's cool. So you gonna miss me when I retire tomorrow?
Yes.
Okay.
What?
Mr. Chris Cock.
Hey, everybody, how you doing out there?
You know you can move the microphone. You don't got to
I like this. I like the back and forth. I get a little bit of motion. I got to stretch out my body. I'm old.
I mean, we all are.
Yeah. You are.
Yeah, I was going to say, you don't look like our age.
I mean, no, he's the same age as me.
Yeah, I am.
He has, like, I'm older than him by 11 months, so.
Yeah, just a little bit.
But no, so for everybody out there who haven't had the pleasure of knowing you, tell them who you are.
Okay, everybody. My name is Chris Cock with one, not an S, not X. It's just C-O-C-K, plain and simple. I've been in the industry about 8+ years, a little less than 9. I don't know. I'm just me here doing the things and making friends and trying to entertain the fans who will soon become friends.
Okay.
That's what's up. And like,
okay. No, go ahead. I'm high. I'm really high.
See, that's that young mentality. Always getting high. Just
Always
because it's California don't mean that.
Oh, nah. I just...
we had the entire podcast.
Demons.
Smoking marijuana.
Demons.
Like literally our entire podcast.
It's really demons.
It's still our most listened video.
It's still our most watched video. People really want to see me get clean. I don't know if that's a good thing. All right. So, you say you started like 8-9 years ago.
Yeah. Look.
What made you get into it?
Oh, what made me get into it? I mean, what makes everybody else get into it? Well, that's not why I got into it.
I don't know.
Some say, well,
like literally, I just kind of came along with it, fell into it. You know what I mean? Like I had my own thing going on. First job was working at a bank. Then from there, became a dance instructor. Worked at a gym, and then back when people weren't. I guess that was the recession. I wasn't really paying attention.
Mm-hmm.
But I guess it was the recession time where parents weren't putting their kids through private lessons as much. You know what I mean? Like so, my income dwindled a little bit, and my then partner, girlfriend, who shall not be named, but was like,
who
she
you
was
are.
dancing. I've never been the jealous type of guy like that. And
he looked at me like I know, like you know who I'm talking about.
Yeah, that she was like, oh yeah, she was dancing down at some clubs down here, and I forgot. I think it was Jinx Mays was working with her. And said, oh, you should do porn. And she was like showing like pictures of my dick and shit. And he was like, oh, your boyfriend should do porn. And then I was like, if you want to do it, go ahead and do it. I don't want to do that shit. You know what I mean? I mean, like, I don't know. Was it lack of confidence? Or, like, even being a choreographer, I didn't like being watched. I didn't like being, on stage. I like showing and creating. I'm more of a creative soul, although I have an outgoing personality, you know what I mean?
Behind the scenes and everything.
But, I think, like, 3 months later, me and her, we would do stuff with, like, her friends. She would, like, want her friends to come over and fuck. She was like, oh, I think it'd be hot to watch you. I think it was, like, one of Rico Strong's videos where he, like, I think it was called I Got 5 on it. He, like, was, like, fucking, like, 5 girls by himself. And she said that video is what turned her on to wanting me to do porn, too.
Mm-hmm.
So I came in with her. I was like, all right, whatever. I'll help you out. You know what I mean? Business minded, know how to pay attention to the industry because you know how they treat us.
Yeah.
But she was white, so I got to see the side of the industry. You know what I mean? That most don't get to see when they come in, being a person of color. You know, I get to see because I was in the background, like for real. Like I wasn't walking around like, oh, yo, this is my girl. Like they just thought I was. Oh yeah, who's that guy? Don't worry about me. You're gonna find out later. You know what I mean? But so ultimately, like I did it, and then like I never understood why it was, but I'm happy I'm here because I made plenty of friends and extended family through the hard times that would follow me after joining the industry. You know, I believe everything happens for a reason if you just wait and look for the positive in it. So I found my positive in being in porn, and I don't do it to bang the girls or whatnot. I mean, it is a bonus, it is a perk, but it is fucking hard work. Excuse my language, even though it's a podcast.
You can cuss
Oh no, yeah, it's
I'm
fine.
just trying to be
He
nice with
cuts
this
a
guy
lot.
over here. I don't want to start a coin jar,
Yeah.
because I'll be broke by 2 weeks.
Oh yeah, that's true.
No, but basically, I came in as a supporting factor, and 8 years later, the industry welcomed me to people. You know what I mean? I got to be who I was because when I got in, you just a whole different ballgame. You don't know, and you're like, well, am I supposed to be like this attitude? I didn't really watch porn before. You know what I mean? So like, how are you supposed to talk to these girls? Because I'm a gentleman. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
And then I see everybody on Twitter like, hey, yo, bitch, I'm pussy. I'm like, yeah, that don't come off natural to me.
No, yeah.
So I was like quiet for my first part, and then like you said, everybody got to know me like, oh, this motherfucker really is genuine. Like he has no ulterior motives. He's not trying to get anything out of anybody. He's more trying to help. I mean, I got in when I was 31.
Okay.
I got in when I was 31, so I was,
Yeah, you weren't like young-minded.
Yeah, young-minded, you know what I mean? So I think that was a benefit for me, as opposed to, am I too far?
Yeah, you too far.
Okay, sorry about that. I thought my voice would carry here. I'm going to lean back like y'all. I'm going to chill. Oh, put it on your
See, yeah.
Oh,
There you go.
okay.
See, yeah.
Okay. See? Look, I'm learning stuff still. Next one, I'm going to be like, yo, can I get the stand and put it on my chest?
Yes.
Well, yeah.
Oh, goodness gracious.
Sorry.
No, but yeah, let's just say, like before, I know a lot of people, like even people like, other than me, who like really respect you because you're like that dude. Like, yeah, I can talk to Chris. They always see you as the go-to person. People get excited like when they see you come out too and stuff. Like you're always considered that cool guy.
I appreciate that.
Yeah.
Being in this industry, another thing that I realized about myself was similar in high school. You know what I mean? Like we're a different type. Everybody's different in their own right. But when you realize your place with groups, and you realize I don't want to be stuck in one group. Like when I was in high school, we had our little cliques,
Yeah,
the
you get clicked
here,
up.
The blacks were here, the Asians were here, the stoners were here, blah, 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 blah. Like, people would say it was a social butterfly. It's just I wanted to experience a lot of stuff, and I didn't know most people didn't want to do that. I'm like, oh, okay, cool. Oh, you cool until you disrespect me. You know what I mean? I'm not going to give you a reason to disrespect me, so therefore there could never be any misunderstanding.
Yeah.
Like, oh, I don't like him because, like, if you don't like me, it's because of my energy doesn't match yours or something, because I will never give somebody a true reason to dislike me. Not because, what did I realize? I'm not a people pleaser. I'm a people person.
Yeah.
I'm nice to everybody, but I won't do anything for everybody. You know what I mean? Like, I have to consider you somebody worth my time to do that. So the people in the industry, I think like you, me, and a few others that we know, it's a breath of fresh air, and that's why people can gravitate to us, you know what I mean, where they're like, I feel secure in knowing this person has my best interest and will look out for me. And when this industry, with a lot of stuff that's going on, so many people need us to talk to because they keep that stuck in their head, and this industry can tear you down if you don't have that positive energy around you, you know what I mean? So that's why I said everything happens for a reason. There's so many people that you and I know, Raw, that I wonder what would go on if our energy wasn't here. You know what I mean? Like, you know, there's just this past month, shit going on. You know what I mean? Like, I wasn't there, but thank God he was there. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, and he heard about it.
Yeah.
I heard about it, yeah.
You know, we here.
Yeah.
We here.
So, yeah, like, it's just a lot of crazy stuff going on, and a lot of people need that positive, you know, that jolt of, like, refreshness. Yeah. And I know that more people do go to you because you're actually you're actually having sex on camera, and they can say, okay.
I have sex on camera?
What?
Yeah, you have sex.
Is that what be happening when I black out? And then all of a sudden I wake up? Oh,
yeah.
Damn.
You be having sex on camera.
Oh, yeah, okay.
With some amazing females. So.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, he's like, all right. I can go with that.
Only females.
Amazing, you say.
Amazing. With the capital A?
Huh?
With the capital A?
Hey.
Amazing?
Amazing.
Because they be getting me zing. It's okay. All right.
Ooh, Jesus Christ.
I make jokes when I'm nervous.
You don't got to be nervous, you know.
It's funny. It's good that you guys are refreshing air because on the outside looking in, there's a very much a quid pro quo about things. Like sometimes it even appears like with even friendship. Like how can you serve me for us to just be friends?
To continue to be
friends. And
like
it's
that.
like, what?
Yeah, no, Raw, I'll tell you, like, I lost my mom about 4 years ago, 4.5 years ago.
Sorry to hear that.
Yeah, but without the people, this is what I was saying, without the people, I had no idea. My whole family knew what I did. There was no secret, so I was blessed with that in this country because so many people, that's one of their burdens is they can't go to their families, right? Mm-hmm. So my mom was my everything. I have a son and everything like that, but that quid pro quo, like, it's just, you see so much of it, like you said, like, how can I use you, not even be a friend, I want to use you as a stepping stone for my career, and then if I get above you, I'm going to forget about you, you know what I mean? It's just so overwhelming when you find people like that, and then it can filter in because we are working and we are like, you know, normally like, oh, I don't ever have to see that person again, but we all go to events together, and then that toxicity is there, and then you see it filtering and manifesting into other people, and then you're like, oh, I pulled myself out of going to industry events for a while because there was a lot of like toxic stuff going on where I was living with some friends and trying to be there for them, and it was so toxic. People that knew me saw my energy being drained, and I wasn't the same anymore. Not that I became evil or bad or anything, just like I was not.
Just depleted.
I was depleted.
Yeah, they see you tired. They were like, what's wrong? You just off. You're not even.
Here. You just need to get out of that house. I'm like, no, I'm good. I'm good. And then like people like got me, and they were like, yeah, just crash out here. And then I would go there, sit and talk, and every time I would like fall asleep. Like it was easy for me. They was like, that's your comfort zone. I had too much stress because I was, it's okay though. But no, there's a plane going nowhere. You know, my private jet's about to land. So,
I mean, I'm sorry to keep you away from.
No, it's cool. No, they're just bringing in the drinks for later, man. It's Zombieland night.
I did not know that.
Yeah.
Okay, so I like to ask the people that come in here, how do they get past we call it the 3-year burnout?
Oh, that is a real thing. I mean, the 3-year burnout is a real thing. Wow. What got me through it was realize early on, be yourself. Like that. Like people don't know how to turn off their porn persona. They want to be that person all the time. And the only way you can be that person all the time is if you make that person yourself. You bring yourself into that. You don't have two separates, you know what I mean? Like don't have two separates. That's what makes so many mainstream stars makes them stars.
Yeah.
If you notice, like their on-camera persona, I don't know how they are once that door is closed behind the door, just like with anybody else, but it's less draining. Keyword of the day: draining. Energy draining. When you can just be you. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Second, I would say, this industry is tough. You have to have, I don't want to say thick skin because that means that you're hard against other people's motion, but you have to be knowledgeable that people will try to tear you down and be capable of not letting it affect you. Mm-hmm. All criticism is good criticism, even if it's coming from a negative place, because it will help you see how strong you are in both ways, and then it will build you into a better overall person. Mm-hmm. Okay. Period. You know what I mean? Like, I went to school. I got you when they had the citizenship chart. You know what I mean? You get some. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? That's negative criticism on yourself, and either you learn from it and you grow from it, or you don't. You know what I mean? I was thinking about it last night. I was like, how many fucking demerits did I get? Kids today don't know about demerits.
No,
they don't know about demerits. That's what you get. See, how young are you?
I didn't get that in school.
Oh, because you were too good. He was a good kid.
No, he got suspended a couple times.
Almost got expelled. So.
Oh, okay. It was basically the citizenship grade.
Referrals and stuff.
Yeah,
like
referrals.
Okay, referral code.
Yeah. The your citizenship grade, and
we didn't have that, but I got a lot of referrals because I was, especially my 10th grade year, because I was a bad child that year.
I was talking about grade school.
Yeah, he's talking about grade school.
Oh shit, we just got OCD.
No, in grade school, I was a nerd. Like, okay. I was just the one that was just there, and then to get bullied because
How many gold stars you get?
Huh?
How many gold stars you get?
We didn't get stars. We was just there. And like the thing is like it was
Indiana schools are
because
weird.
Because I always say this. This is why I say people like you have that little era of that level of popularity, whatever. You think of it like a ruler. It wasn't until high school that I was above like that little 6.
Yeah, show our listeners.
Huh?
Oh, yeah.
I said show our listeners.
You show because
no.
We get the visual. He's got his hand. He's got his left hand going up and down like an elevator. Yeah, at this level.
I talk in my hands.
It's okay. We just helping everybody understand what you're doing.
So that you think of it like a ruler. So I'm like level 6. I was under level 6 until probably high school. And Chris, CW can tell you that, like in high school, I was up there. Everybody knew who I was.
Okay.
And before that, I was that little quiet person that no one talked to.
See, that goes back to the thing, and just so to give a proper more visual, if you were getting a blowjob from a girl and had your hand on the back of her head going up and down, that's what Raw was doing.
Yeah.
So,
yes.
But no.
Yes.
Back to the comparison to high school, the people person, people pleaser, there is a difference. There's a difference of... the popular kids were like, the cheerleader, you know what I mean? Like, they're popular. Doesn't mean they were liked by everybody.
That's true.
It's better to be well known in high school than popular in high school because you see that change with, like, different people were getting, over the past, 10 years, people have been getting, prom king, prom queen. They weren't the typical because all the non-popular people rose up and said, why are we voting for them? We don't know them. You know what I mean? It's the same thing. And you saw the shift and change, but people like us, we were shifting before everybody else were. We were showing. I had so many people that see me after high school. They're like, man, we missed out on so many opportunities, so many parties, so many other functions because we didn't mingle with anybody else. They're like, man, how'd you do? I was like, everybody is a potential friend, period.
Yeah,
you never know. You know how many people, like, I've gone places and run into people, like, even going down to Gardena with Marika, like, she's known, you know what I mean? Then we're in the store, there's random festival sitting there, and then, like, these clerks come up, and they're like, hey, they're looking, and I know the look, and I'm like, they're like, excuse me. I was like, yeah, that's who she is. It's okay, go ahead. They're like, no. They're like, "Are you Chris?" I was like, "Well, yeah."
I
was like, "What?"
Oh, you talking about me?
They were
That's me.
They were like, "No, we're a fan of you." And I was like, "Oh, okay." It was like, "Can we take a picture?" I was like, "All right." And then and then they wanted to take a picture of her too, and then both of us, and then like Busan and everything like that. But I doubt that they knew me from industry stuff, like because me and her we haven't worked a lot together, but we do our YouTube thing together.
Yeah,
and they see me there, and then like that growth of being able to be around a different group or whatever, and recognize and make extensions of that. Mm-hmm. Like it can go on forever. You know what I mean? Like it's awesome. It's an awesome feeling.
Yeah, because you get to connect with a lot of different individuals.
Yeah, this industry does that for you. You know what I mean? Like
yeah, you meet a lot of people from different places.
Having fans across the world. You know what I mean? Like even if it's one, like I'll open anybody that's a fan that's listening. Don't be afraid. Message me in my DMs. I'll talk to you. You know what I mean? Don't slide into my DMs, but you can message me and talk to me in my DMs, and then have a real conversation with me. But it's a feeling I never thought I myself would have. You know what I mean? Like, I'm, everybody in the industry didn't know them, but I knew the names. And then, you meet Nina Hartley, and you hanging with Manuel, playing video games and like basketball, going to his house, and then like, oh yeah, like I said, back to more what I was saying when my mom passed. Her birthday is the day before mine, so I hadn't celebrated my birthday for 4 years. You know what I mean? And last year, they was like, "Oh, you're turning 40, blah, 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 blah." I'm like, "Yeah." And then let's go. Well, who knows who'll come? You know what I mean? I was like, I'll just, I'm going to throw my birthday party. And then I think I gave like a week's notice, right? Mm-hmm. You were there. And I was so humbled by how many people came out on a Tuesday night by 9:30 at a place in far Woodland Hills. Mm-hmm. Granted, some people lived out there. Most people didn't. A mix of industry friends, family friends, some mainstream friends I made from working on a mainstream movie for a short bit. Didn't know they would come. But that's what I was saying. You make this impact with people, and they love your energy, that they'll come to you. It was like 32 or 42 people at 9:30 at a bar in Woodland. And I was like, I still look at the picture, and I'm like, holy shit, like these people are it wasn't like a industry flyer party. I sent out the invite by text only. Mm-hmm. And I was extremely thankful and reminded of the good people around me in the industry. I'm sorry. When I talk a lot because it's obviously something I care about. That's why there's so much emotion and energy. No, it's okay.
It's all right. Yeah. You're the guest on the podcast. No, so we got Chris Cock here. I'm gonna talk the whole time. Yeah. And then he gonna say a couple things, and then it's about us.
Yeah. I'm sorry. All
right. So you were the highlight.
Yeah. Okay. That's good. Yeah. So another question.
Okay, another question. Yeah.
So I was looking at Twitter, and then I was looking at random tweets from people, and some girl was like, "Oh, I wish we had a couple, like somebody I could just make content with, and then just like be in porn with." Uh-huh. And then like somebody commented, she was like, "Yeah, girl, but that's just like white dudes." So, as a person in a couple, okay, and also being a black male, how has it been navigating that whole thing? And you can talk.
Oh no,
you can say as much as you. I'm not gonna be like, "Hey, you holding something back."
Oh no, I ain't holding.
All right,
shit back.
so yeah. Tell us what's that's like.
So are we talking about what's that like being a black man in porn, where the white male seems to be the dominant thing?
That
okay.
Also being in a relationship with another person that's also in porn. And just navigating that whole thing on both ends.
Okay. I'll hit you with the easy one first.
Okay.
Okay. See, white guys in porn. No, it's not the easy one. No. I've navigated 2 relationships in porn.
Okay.
One I came in with. She was my girlfriend. We had then gotten married and then separated and divorced and stuff. Getting that all taken care of. Be very careful on this because my energy is not about to speak ill about it. It just didn't work out. It wasn't because of porn, like most people. It didn't work out, but because of non-porn issues, like relationship differences and issues like that. Fast forward, a little bit later, I'm in a new relationship. This one's been about 4 years.
Okay.
4 years this past October. Completely different. The energy we both share has nothing to do with sexual energy. Our personalities literally mesh well together. So in the aspect of navigating a relationship in porn, for me with Marika, is a blessing because there's no jealousy.
Okay.
There's no who are you working with, where are you at, blah, blah, blah. Like that was my phone that went off. She was doing porn before we got together, had her own career-minded woman, knows the difference between porn and personal, and then what we share out of porn is crazy. You know what I mean? Like if you watch her YouTube, I'm gonna plug it shamelessly. Marika Hase official YouTube.
You just spelled that.
Yeah. Oh, Marika MARICAHASE official on YouTube, and you'll get to see she doesn't use her YouTube to promote like sexual. Like it's not sexualized in any way. It's just literally just her, Busan, and myself. Just recording daily impromptu
it's fun too.
stuff. You know,
like slice of life.
It's and then for those that don't know, her Twitter is MARICA_1029. The other person is Busan BUUSAN _Marika MARICA. And he's a little stuffed pig. He's about maybe 4 inches, 5 inches tall, something. He has a great personality. Aww. He has fans. He has a girlfriend.
The voice actor for the pig is awesome.
Yeah. You should check.
I'm gonna check this out.
You're gonna have to check it out, man. But me being, when you see it, you'll get what I'm saying. Me being a grown ass man walking around recording her in Beverly Hills, Disneyland, New York, wherever we're going, in Japan, and I'm walking around and I'm voicing this. I'm animating it. Imagine walking around with Kermit the Frog 24/7.
Wow,
you would talk to Kermit the Frog. People talk to Busan. It's a legit thing. You got to check it out. But no, relationship. There's people in the industry in relationships that give each other no lists. Like before they got together, they both were important. They get together and they're like, "Oh, I don't want you working with this person. I don't want you working with this person. I don't want." But it's like, yo, that's money you taking from your guys' mouth. You know what I mean? And it's stupid. It's ridiculous. You know what I mean? Like, in the end of the day, unless that person really did you wrong, like fucking hurt your family, personal attitude aside, unless you really can't stand them, you don't tell somebody else, "No, you're on the no list because I don't get along with them." This is work.
It's a business.
Yeah, you know what I mean? Like, that's like saying, okay, you work with Susie over in accounting. I don't like her. Don't go to work.
She fired.
You know what I mean? Like, don't go to work. I don't want you in the same building with
No, you're not going. You better find you a new motherfucking job.
Like, oh.
But there's people that do that, though.
No, there really is. There really is. And then it falters and it fails. And then, some people, there's guys with bigger dicks than mine that are insecure because, I'm black. You know what I mean? Which leads into the next part that you said. Because my girl's Japanese. Girl's Japanese. So she gets the wide spectrum of, she's extremely talented, really, really popular in Japan, first Japanese penthouse pet in America. But we, persons of color, black, Hispanic, other whatever, we get typecast. You know what I mean? She's always a masseuse or whatever. But
Yeah.
she's got great fucking acting skills. She's done mainstream movies and shit. So then you come along, and this is nothing against in a negative way. This is just the way the business model is for the industry. You get all these features. A white guy. Okay, take me. I've been in the industry 8 years. Right?
Yeah.
White guy can come in. White guy can come in today. Start work. He has to get tested. So tomorrow's, Friday. If he gets tested today, by next week, I guarantee you they'll put him through the ringer for a couple. But he will work with more big name females in a 6-month time period than I've done in my whole 8 years. I'll even go as far as to say in a year. He'll work with maybe, we could triple it. We could say whatever.
Damn,
he'll
son.
have more individual boy-girl scenes because people of color, we have to do the blow bangs, the gang bangs and stuff because that's what they made the business model for our porn scenes to be.
We have to be ghetto.
Yeah,
that's true.
Yeah.
That's true. It's gotta be, or some, it's gotta be some super white fantasy, like.
Yeah. So, one director was saying, oh, hey, there's, how they're rough. I'll use that example. I'm not ill of him. He's a good guy. Ryan Gosling, hook up hot shots. You know what I mean? And people love that. The daddy beat him, piss on him, whatever. And someone said, oh, how come there's no black guy doing that? I go, because as soon as you make the black guy do it, it becomes more abusive than enjoyable for the girl because automatically it's depicted, which that other black payback is basically the same thing.
Oh, yeah, like or black on black crime, stuff like that.
Except it has more, the words that are used make it more racial. But even if those words weren't used, if I was Ryan and I was doing it, it would look too dominating to be hookup hot shots where he's just rough and playful. And it's a fetish. It becomes weird bull being aggressive with the girl instead of playful aggressive, even though he's like putting his foot and shoving it, you know what I mean?
Yeah, I see what you're saying, yeah.
Automatically, because we're stereotyped and the look, it's like that. So, and then they're making all these movies. It's just like mainstream.
Mainstream. There's a different big.
You white, you got upper hand, and I'm not whining.
It's the same thing in every industry, and I think it's tragic because everybody keeps saying, "Well, that's in the past," but it's shown on every little tiny thing.
I mean, for porn, if that was the past, then why don't we? Which we've had several guests come on and say, why don't we have any kind of?
No, what I mean is like everybody out there in the world say this.
No, I know. That's what I'm saying. I'm just saying like it's still around because there's obviously people are still making videos that are like, hey, we want very racialized movies and porn, like mainstream movies and porn.
No, I mean when I found out how racist porn was, I mean, I worked at a bank before affirmative action, and like literally, I had one supervisor say to me, the movie Set It Off came out with Queen Latifah and Jada Pinkett, right? I didn't understand it till I thought about it later. Hey, my real name, what are you going to go do this weekend? I was like, I don't know, I might go see a movie. And he was like, oh, are you going to go see Set It Off? I was like, oh, I don't know, I don't think I'm interested in it, you know what I mean? But I'll see what happens. Oh, okay, yeah, just don't come back with any ideas.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
I was 16 and a half. I didn't understand, because I didn't really understand what it meant to be told that. Until I saw Set Off, and then it clicked in my head. That shit's just in the back of your mind.
That's fucked up.
And I'm
but also, they failed. This is not a movie to be in. I won't come back with any good ideas.
I mean,
everybody died.
The first time they were good, and so they went back.
Yeah, no, but it was
That's
just
fucked up.
audacity
Like,
to fucking
damn,
say that
for
to
real.
me. And then when affirmative action was being voted on, bitch literally said, "I'm voting against affirmative action just so people like you don't get any." I was like, "Bitch, I got in here through school. What are you talking about? Like, I earned my place here." You know what I'm saying? So that was my first taste of directed at me, verbalized to me, racism, blatantly to me and on my person, on my character. And I was like, I will never let somebody talk to me like that ever again. and I'm going to change what you think you see. Okay, cool. I'm not going to alter. I'm going to outshine, and that was a precedence because the teacher that got me that job, I wanted to work at a shoe store because I could have got a discount on shoes, and he said to me, "Why do you want a discount when you can pay full price?" Well, what the fuck are you talking about? He was like, "Why don't you work at the bank?" I was like, "Oh, they won't hire me because I'm black." I was conditioned to think that I was not worthy of a job, and I had this one teacher in the ROP class change my mind, and my life has changed ever since. My way of thinking changed ever since. So, people listening out there, don't doubt your worth. You're more valuable than even you think.
And I think a lot of that is passed down because
even really
today, like people will like say, well, you can't do this because of this and this and this. And I believe that a lot of times we know our worth, but because we know what our worth is, we just assume that we can't get our worth, and we accept it.
No,
a lot of people play that, mess with their minds like that.
But it also like goes to excuses, you know.
Yeah,
we make them. I mean, the stereotype black people have bad credit. Yeah.
Yep, and then we end up with bad credit, even when we have.
But you can get out of it.
Yeah.
In less than 2 years, if you focus.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And it's difficult because, it is just what it is. But once you can break your mind out of being stuck there and make it a pattern and a habit, you know what I mean? Like they say you just need a week. Or is it 7 days or 14 days, and it becomes habit to change your life for the better or for the worse or whatnot. But so in the industry, you see who can be your ally. Like we had the people of color meeting, and then I knew who would be going to our counterpart to help benefit us. You can see who in this industry, like you said, that are just I'm cool or using you as a stepping stone. I found some Charlie Brown thing in the group text. It was like the black kids were on the bottom, and then like the white kids were like climbing on top. And I was like, oh yeah, just keep continuing to use the black man to get to the top while we're on the bottom. Everybody in it laughed. It was white people in it too. And then someone there was like, we get your reference. And I was like, I know that's why you guys I know are my allies, because you get the underlying of the humor to get the statement across, because that's the only way we can really get people to listen is through humor, for them not to laugh at it, but not to feel as uncomfortable hearing it. Because
that's true. I can see that.
I can go off on a tangent. I'll make this real quick. There's
Say what you got to say.
A lady, I think her name is Jane Lynch. She did the brown-eyed, blue-eyed experiment. When Martin Luther King died,
I remember, yeah.
She went into her class the very next day and asked kids what happened, whatever. And to hear the kids say what they did, she was shocked. And ever since Martin Luther King was assassinated, she's been on a mission to change the narrative within the white culture. You have to look it up. Slowly, quickly, and put it. She did one thing. Chris Rock said it, and I'll tell you. And I'm going to say it this way. She said, "Everybody in this auditorium, do you understand what's going on with people of color?" I'm paraphrasing. Do you know what's going on with people of color, how they're being treated? And everybody said, "Yeah." And then she said, "Okay, all you people that disagree, it's an auditorium full of white people, all of you that just nodded, okay, how many of you would change places with a black person? Raise your hand."
Oh, yeah, I saw that.
Yeah. Nobody raised their hand. She said again, she said, "Hey, maybe you didn't understand me. Knowing what you know, how many of you would change?" And nobody. She's like, "Okay, so what that tells me is that all of you are not willing to do anything about what you know is systematically wrong." Switch it over to Chris Rock says it. "I'm rich, and white people still wouldn't want to trade places with me."
Yeah.
Everybody fucking laughed. But that auditorium was quiet because she was saying it in a serious tone. Chris Rock said it in his stand-up. Everybody's laughing. So we had to find that balance within the industry, which we talked about, where we get them to listen without feeling threatened or uncomfortable. And that's how we get the narrative to change wherever you're at. You know what I mean? We don't have to come in. This. I said, hey, we can go into ABN in suits, sit and have a dialogue and say, hey, we want this to change.
I feel that is a big thing because like some people, people I'm using
quotation marks.
Quotations. Some people
are they not really people?
Huh?
No.
Some types of people.
Some type of people.
Emphasis on some.
Some emphasis on that. Feel that as soon as you have sex with a black individual, your vagina is gone. You know, it's raggedy, and that's how a lot of people like tell the new girls coming in, and it's kind of like
then they go shoot with Big Dick Mike Adriano,
and
Karen Lee. I'm not mad at them. You know what I'm saying? It's just you realize what it is, and you're like,
that's fucked up.
Yeah, it's cool. But then when they do it, then they're like, oh my God, it's the best I've ever had.
But then some do it in their personal life, so it's not like they don't do it at all.
But it's
just like
interesting, fucked up kind of thing.
That was the next
You're
part.
saying like, okay, I won't fuck a black man on camera, even though this is my job, but I'll fuck one in private and keep it secret. Yeah. But like, I won't do it on camera because it'll fuck with my money.
Now.
Well.
That's weird.
Is
and
like,
then to be in a relationship with somebody and be like the black man in their relationship.
I said this on a previous podcast before too. Like I was at I want to say Exotica, and like this is I'm with a black performer at her table, and someone who I believe she's Mexican, and like it was one of her scenes had a black dude in it, and it was like the fan was like this is in front of me like. Can you please not shoot with any more black dudes? It's like, symbolic.
I seen that on Twitter. Somebody posted,
and it's like okay, it's a black woman, so of course she's gonna want at least a black person, And even though I know a few black performers that are female that will not shoot with black dudes at all.
Hold on. They still call it IR. Oh, I wouldn't shoot IR.
What?
The black female performers that do that? Yeah. It's still considered IR?
Yeah.
They're like, I haven't done my first IR.
Right.
And that's when I realized, not to cut you out.
Wait.
No, hold on.
Wait, you said black, wait.
No, this is, no,
I'm going to hear what you said.
That don't have sex with black guys.
Uh-huh.
And this is when I realized IR literally just means black guy. Because these black girls are saying, I don't do IR, I don't have sex with black guys. But I don't do IR.
But you black, and IR is supposed to be interracial.
But they're black, but they have this like little light thing where like I don't want to put them out there, but like because when Misty Stone was like, oh yeah, I'll get your replacement girl, she was like, oh my girl, blah blah blah, and then I was like, yo Misty, she don't do IR. She's like, what the fuck are you talking about? I'm like, she don't do black guy. She's like, you fucking lying. She looked it up. She called her. She's like, what the fuck? Blah, 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 blah.
I love Misty.
Yeah. But it was a shock.
That's crazy.
It was a shock to me. Yeah, it was a shock to me. But
I wonder what we think about the same person.
The racism where, a white guy tells a black female don't have sex with a black guy. I don't like it. It's like, okay,
what the
cool.
fuck? The entitlement, the real white supremacy.
Yeah, literally. And then back to the same thing where we're a stepping stone. Like now, like I said, it's not a gripe. Shoot with who you want to shoot with. It is what it is. But when now the taboo shooting bisexual scenes, that was not part of what's going on. It's been an increase now. It's like the norm now. Shooting transgender, which is okay, is now the norm now. Shooting IR is still not the norm. It's still the most taboo thing you can do in the industry.
Do you think that's... I guess maybe I'm just not seeing a whole segment of the industry that's not fucking black dudes, but do you think it's more taboo when it's in a non-fetishized manner? Like
just
if somebody's just like,
well,
yeah, it's just like it's sex with a black guy, period, no. but when it,
not
trying to call people out, but like, I feel like people are like, oh yeah, like blacked. That's what we're looking for, but not like just like, hey,
But
like
then,
as you say, storyline porn, but there's no racial tinge to it.
Okay, no. There's a couple people that are out there doing that now, but they're the younger generation that are getting directorial opportunities that are doing it. The older companies and powers that be that control the money flow and all that, because most of the time the directors are not choosing the talent. It's somebody sitting in an office saying, we want to shoot this girl, shoot this girl, shoot this girl, shoot this girl,
just
shoot
like
this guy,
mainstream stuff.
Yeah, you know what I mean? Like, it's not, unless you're writing the script and you know who you want to be in it and you can get them to do it and stuff like that. So, yeah, like, it just falls into, we are here to be the fetish, but we're still the most extreme fetish you can do, even with the influx of doing
transgender
and bisexual scenes. Like, literally, you can do even, like, I'm like, it's more okay for you to do Cream Pie My Sister 15 than My First IR Volume 1. So you got like 15, 30 volumes of Cream Pie and Your Sister.
That's true.
Yeah, it's more okay to do taboo faux incest all day, every day,
than to do
IR.
Wow.
So I have a quick question. You guys time to do a second episode?
Yeah.
Sweet.
Okay.
So, because we got to end this one really quick because we're at our limit.
Yeah.
Stay in tune for part 2.
So tell everybody where to find you really quick. And
Oh, okay, yeah. You can find me on Instagram and Twitter at ChrisCock _. That's ChrisCock _ And
OnlyFans, any of that stuff like that you want to say?
yeah, OnlyFans is not coming out yet, but it'll probably be OnlyFans / ChrisCock _ because it's going to use the same thing.
So you want to follow us? Our website is burbankmisfits.com. That says everything that me and CW does. If you want to find us on our social media, it's the Burbank Misfits on Instagram, Burbank Misfits on Twitter and on Facebook. If you want to follow Chris, his Instagram is Chris _Willie _ with the
It's Chris preferred.
Oh, it's Christopher _Willie _J. That's with the IE, not a Y. If you want to follow his gym, it's TC Fitness LA on all social medias, Instagram, Facebook, and on Twitter. TC Fitness LA is his gym. If you want to follow me directly, it's Rawstarr on Instagram and on Twitter. Rawstarrcommunications.com is my website. All right. Tune in next week. Look you later.